Welcome back to the Relistenables, as always. Myself, Stephen Moustaris, and with me, per usual, Shane Shertzer.
Come on.
And real quick before we get into this new episode, if you guys haven't checked out our last two, we did Man on the Moon 2 by Kid Cudi, classic. And then we did So Far Gone, which was a mixtape for Drizzy Drake. And then today, let's take ourselves back 9 years ago, almost 9 years ago to the date, where Shane and I have just graduated high school. And we're a couple months out. Probably just started our first freshman year, fucking semester. And I would go on stage before we even get into the album. One of the more influential rap albums, hip hop albums of the last 20 years, I would definitely say, was released on October 22nd, 2012. 68 minutes and 23 seconds of just Jesus.
Fine.
Just pretty much growing up in Compton. And by the man, the one and only Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, M.A.A.d City. And dude, fun thing real quick, just before we get past this title. I actually just learned doing this little podcast that why the M.A.A.d City had two A's in M.A.A.d City, I should say, and M.A.A.d had two A's. And he actually said that the album title, this was in one of his interviews, said the album title was supposed to be all lowercase, other than the two A's in M.A.A.d City. And it's they have two meanings: my angry adolescence divided, or my angels on angel dust. Which that one was because we actually hear it in the song in the album on one of the little like intros, or not the intros but the outros to one of the songs. He was talking about how he was smoking weed or whatever with his friends back in the day, and he ended up smoking angel dust because they were just all ignorant to knowing what the hell they were smoking, and they just weren't aware, and he had a really bad trip. So
damn.
It's kind of interesting if for real, because you hear it in the album, and then when you see that, you're like, oh shit. So
makes sense. Huh.
But a little story real quick about this album. In 2011, Kendrick Lamar had released Section 80, which was an independent album, and it was a lot more like futuristic sound, like kind of like a 808s and Heartbreak almost, but like Kendrick's version, where it's just more lovey, more like slower beats, more fun. Definitely not as like about his roots. And then right after that album, he signed to Top Dog Entertainment, which is with Aftermath and Interscope and all that, with his Dr. Dre. And he released technically his second studio album, but it's his first major label debut album. And yeah, like I said before, it goes from that like lovey-dovey stuff to more storytelling and like how it feels to be raised in Compton and like go through these things. And dude, I kind of wanted to just. Is this the first time you've heard this album? Like
all the way through for sure. Just listening to it track by track, but I definitely heard the popular ones for sure.
What were some of the songs that you haven't heard before? Like just off the top of the dome piece.
Probably the first Shireen, The Art of Peer Pressure, Good Kid, M.A.A.d City, Sing About Me I'm Dying, Real, Compton. But I mean, obviously heard Poetic Justice, Money Trees, Swimming Pools. Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe.
One of the jams. See, so like I've said when we talked about the Man on the Moon 2, when and even with Drake, this around 2008 to 2014, I was really big on CDs, like making CDs, burning CDs, and this was one of the first albums that I rap albums, like I shouldn't say first album, but definitely one of the first albums that I had in my own car, like even though it was trash, but I had my own little system, whatever. I had the own little CD spot. So I remember this album. I still have it in my case. It's not even the real album.
Track player.
It's my CD case. It's literally my personal CD of it, and it still has Good Kid, M.A.A.d City on everything. I still can't. But this album might have most burn in my stereo. It might have most burn on some real shit. And
can't be mad at it,
dude. Re-listening to this, because I can't lie to you, I used to love this album, but. It was really, really, really nice that we picked this to go back over it, because a couple weeks ago, made me want to do it, was I heard Shireen, a.k.a. Master Splitter's daughter, the very, very first song. And, dude, like, I almost forgot, because you almost think of it as an intro, because you, like, for me at least, I've heard this album before. All I ever really heard was, like, that, like, a real, like, subtle, like, it almost sounds like a girl, like, not moaning or anything, but, like, humming almost, like, that first sound that he's got. Yeah. And then, dude, you forget about the hardest drop of all time in a beat that he just starts going. You hear the jail cell click almost, like, and then he murders it, bro. So that was really interesting to see, and that's why I was like super geeked about it. I picked the album, like I was texting you, I was like, all right, dude, I know we got 2 albums to do, but this one's definitely got to be one of those. And I was not disappointed whatsoever.
Me neither, really.
I can't even lie to you. I think so for people that don't know, we're gonna be breaking down the 17 song extra deluxe version, I guess I should say.
Extra deluxe, come on.
Which we'll break down, but there are 17 tracks and 12 original tracks that I was on every CD, and then you got the legit bonus track that was the ones that they would always release, the deluxe version, where it had 3 extra songs, which would be The Rest Would Be Black Boy Fly or Now or Never with Mary J. Blige. And then I wrote down the iTunes and the Spotify and Target deluxe because there was 3 different ones.
Damn.
They all have number 17, the final song being "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe," but they're different remixes. Like I think iTunes technically has like the Black Hippie version, and then the other, I think Target had just the single version, and then Spotify had the one with Jay-Z, which is one of my we'll get into, but one of my favorites. And then on iTunes and Spotify, number 60 would be "Collect Calls" featuring Kent Jams. But Target came out strong and went with "County Building Blues," which I've never even heard of that song, so I didn't want to break it down, and I really want to listen to it because Kendrick's that man. But
he's that man,
dude. Yeah, I wanted to talk real quick too before we really get this album. But
let's talk.
I really now we're sitting here in 2021, and unless you live under a rock, like I would honestly say, at least in the generic, everybody's general public mind, top 3 rappers right now, 2 of them are for sure going to be J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. So while we do this album, clearly it's easy to like talk about Kendrick's greatness, and after the few albums he's dropped since then, and the features and everything that we've heard,
it's filthy.
To really go back and see how young this man was on this album, dude, I can't lie, it's very inspiring because I remember my first little taste of Kendrick Lamar.
How old was he?
On this album, I think he was 21, dude.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he was 20 when he released it. Yeah, so
holy shit.
But the thing that blew my mind, which was the first song I heard him on, was on Drake's album. Yeah. Was after oh my god, what's the I'm blank as fuck on the name. Oh my god, I'm blank. But the his famous one that he talks stuck in a hotel, bitches in my old phone. I forget what song that's called, but oh my fucking god, I'm blank as tits. But yeah. Yeah. Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know he's not.
I know. Anyway, so after that song.
I'm trying to think.
While I'll talk, so you can look it up. But he was actually on the last half of that song, which broke down into a whole like second part of this, like pretty much a second song behind that, and it's a full freestyle of Kendrick Lamar, and it was my first little like piece of him, and then I heard ADHD, which was on Section 80, which was a very popular song, and then this album almost just changes your whole opinion on the dude because he just fucking murders every single fucking.
Is it Buried Alive? Or Marvin's Room?
Marvin's Room. That's it. Marvin's Room. It's at the end of Marvin's Room, dude. Marvin's Room's already like 5 minutes long, and then he goes an extra like 3 minutes on that song and absolutely murders it, which was released like 6 months before this album. But then, dude, do you remember what was your first song you heard from Kendrick Lamar? Because I'm guessing it was from this album.
Probably, I think "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe" or
I was gonna say
Swimming Pool.
I feel like it's between Swimming Pools and Money Trees because those were the 2 songs.
Okay. So
and Poetic Justice, I guess, yeah. Because I remember those 4 songs that we just
drank.
"Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe," Money Trees, Poetic Justice, and Swimming Pool. I mean, Swimming Pools dude took over the fucking radio. Actually, that's one of the big things I'm actually happy we redid this album is because I there was a part of me for the last like 15 years for me, like because I don't listen to the radio anymore, but when we were listening to radio back in the day, dude, I absolutely despise the song. Like, I picked that much, you know what I'm saying? So I refused to listen to Swimming Pools after the first couple months of it, and so I literally haven't really listened to it since. And I'm really happy I did because I mean, not only does he throw the extended version on this album, which is a whole extra verse that he fucking murders, but it's also, dude, you forget how great of a song it truly is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the one that stuck out to me. I can't lie. Out of all the songs, the one that you would expect the least to pop out the most, because that's the one that everybody knows, might be the most popular.
Popped out. Yeah.
It's like it's popped out the most to me because that's the one I kind of just
it.
buried over time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
the radio killed it.
for real. I'm not trying to lie.
No, they did that a lot.
What are one of yours that like kind of like stuck out the most? Like, cause mine definitely was swimming pools. I can't lie, cause I was sitting here like, damn, I used to hate this song, and now it's like, wow, this song's fucking amazing.
Honestly, like I know that we're gonna get into like go the start of it, but that Shireen, aka Master Splinter, I was like, this man is literally like just telling a story on a song, and it's going. Like I've never heard something like that before, and
So
it's crazy.
I'm happy you bring that up. The whole storytelling thing is because that's one of the bigger conversations I wanted to get into about this album, which is probably the key takeaway of the 68-minute album. Is, dude, there are very few artists, in my opinion, that I truly like that can storytell. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's number one.
Biggie Smalls was that man. Tupac was that man.
I'll give you that.
But like, even them, they just sadly died too soon. You know what I'm saying? So their careers were cut really short. But then you got, Dr. Dre could tell a story a little bit. He told story better with his album more than the actual song. Yeah. But it was still strong, and Eazy-E was very talented. But there's the J. Cole, and then my personal favorite, which we actually have an award named after him, but this we'll get into it. But Andre 3000 as well is one of the better storytellers out there.
Absolutely.
And
he's got to be.
That's my favorite. It's my favorite form of rap or any song, music, whatever.
If you can just talk and make it a story.
If you can make that shit jam, and you're also telling me a story that I'm fully like, because dude, I have a crazy imagination. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I'm listening to these songs, I like building up a story. So like, you're literally 100%. Giving me one. Like and then
100%.
And then after, because we always talk about these intros. Intros are the most key thing when it comes to our album.
And the intros don't miss.
It sets the tone
for what it's about to be.
And like I said before, he's got this real soft, like 20 seconds of just like a euphoric, like it's not a moan, and it's definitely not like a scream, but it's just like a little like it's not a Kid Cudi hum or nothing, but it is like something similar. Like Kendrick had one, it's a very smooth bass, and it's real chilled, almost gets you like completely chilled out, and then he fucking drops the beat on you, and then fucking murders Shireen, aka Master Splinter's daughter, like absolutely murders that song. And then we get into our little, finally our first little interlog, I guess we would say, was the where you got his mom calling him and his dad, like,
I love that
domino.
shit.
Where my domino?
I don't give a fuck about no domino.
But what a fuck! I just want my car back. But dude, and then just the transition. That's probably my favorite transition of this entire album was the Shireen, aka Master Splinter's daughter, going into "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe." Because dude, I can't lie to you. As an early pot smoker, that was like, because I started smoking around, how old was it? 23, or I was probably 20, 21 when I first started. So this right around this time. My song that would like get me completely chill the fuck out was "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe." It's just something about that beat, bro, that's just so fucking nostalgic, euphoric. I don't know how to explain. Like, it's amazing. It's just so chill.
Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe.
Even the beat, bro. It's like, it's up there with you know the song "Teleport to Me" by Cudi. Well, technically Wizard. Like, oh my god, it's an amazing song. It's just, there's very few songs out there that the beat alone can just take you into a trip.
You don't have to hear words.
Yeah. I almost didn't have to hear words on that song.
Absolutely.
Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe.
I think you're right.
But it is absolutely phenomenal. 5 minutes and 10 seconds of just magic. And then goes into Backseat Freestyle, which I love.
This is I feel like this song is, I don't know what the rankings are. I don't know your top 5, but this song I feel like it's like underrated as fuck.
Oh, underrated as fuck.
I think. I was like, this shit is playing.
It sucks because like for him, just the way that I'm thinking, not everybody can contain the fucking, or obtain, I should say, fucking 12 songs. You know what I'm saying? And like remember all of them and like actually love all of them. Like when you think of an album, you're thinking of the top 3, 2, 4 songs. And like, dude, you literally go from "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe," and then it's got "Money Trees," "Poetic Justice," and then "Swimming Pools," like all mixed in there. Definitely. And like the songs in between get caught up, like "Backseat Freestyle," "Art of Peer Pressure,"
because they are good songs.
And then I mean, you even got, I forgot, "M.A.A.d City" in there. Like you got all these songs. So, like, yeah, "Backseat Freestyle," "Art of Peer Pressure," "Good Kid," and then "Sing About Me." Those are my ones that I feel like I've slept on.
Very underrated.
Backseat Freestyle, flame. "Art of Peer Pressure," even more flame. Like, we hit a limit. They hit it right. We hit it left.
We hit
Like
the left.
one of the, even though it's like real simplistic, it's one of my favorite. Like we talked about on Man on the Moon 1 with Cuddy, which was his ABC 1 2. You know, like he just made super simple shit like phenomenal, and that's what I'm saying with him on these. Like,
definitely got that talent.
And
same talent.
And here's one of my other key takeaways, bro. Like as a young kid growing up in Madison, Ohio, Jackson, whatever you want to say. If you're from Ohio, you know. But if not, like just a little like fucking town, like not country or nothing, but like little town out here, and it's like we definitely don't have any of these problems like with gang violence and shit. Like we got wannabe gang members and shit. Don't get me wrong, like, everybody does. You got people that think that shit, but like I mean, just off of pure like credibility, like Compton is the number one. You know what I'm saying? The number one city in the world. That's like yeah, okay, that's the hardest shit. And for him,
you will die.
To literally put me, a young Steven Moustaris,
in there in Compton,
and I felt like I was in the car with him and the homies when they're about to shoot people up, like smoking the shenanigans.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, oh, we hit the shenanigans. Like I'm literally sitting here like.
He said, "You ain't about to do shit tonight."
I'm in this album. Like, are we trying to fuck Shireen tonight? Man, he ain't getting no pussy.
Shit was gas,
dude. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I literally felt like I was a part of the squad. Like this album, like I used to say it all the time. This sounds awful, but like I used to like when you like, especially growing up and shit, when you wanted to have that edge, like especially us, like kids who live in a little small town that don't have edge and definitely don't need to be hard or nothing. Like you always want to, you know what I'm saying? You want to find those reasons. Like one of our buddies, T. Rice, like prime example, does that every single second.
Shout out.
Oh man, what are you guys about to do? This guy jumps.
This guy hit me.
So like,
you guys got my back.
To get in those little moods, like you're mad at your girlfriend or whatever. Like you've seen some guy dive in the DMs or something back in the day. You're like, oh shit. So it's like this album is the shit that I would listen to and be like, I'm about to murder. I'm not joking. This album was one of those ones. Now that I re-listen to it, I definitely don't feel like it's as like gangster and shit. Like it definitely is, but it's not. Like, cause he's preaching. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's telling you why not to be in there. Like it sounds like it's dope, but it's not. Like it's his whole point. It's his whole career, and I love it. So
and I love it. Yeah.
So for real, like, and then some very interesting shit that I found looking up this album on some real shit. So in 2014. Georgia Regents University, I think I'm getting that right. One of their professors, Adam Deal or Dial, I don't Diehl. Never heard of fucking it. So Deal, I'll go Adam Deal, and he's a professor, right? And he made this album a part of the textbook or like the study program of one of his courses, alongside John Singleton's Boys in the Hood, the movie and the book, and then a couple more like really inspiring books.
That's awesome.
And he put it in his reasoning. He just wanted to inspire his students to find their own outlets to bring some sanity to our own mad city. So like we're like at the end of the day we're all stuck in our mind. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to Cuddy again, like trapped in our minds low key. So like that's the whole point is you just gotta find because Kendrick like he easily could have got stuck in the hood and like got into drugs and all this shit. But like music was his outlet. You know what I'm saying? To bring us on saying like that's what we do. Like we talk about it all the time. Like dude, like working out, doing whatever, like recording whatever, doing pods, doing little stupid things like other than work, like golfing.
Imagine if we made songs about our lives. That shit would be dope. Just telling stories.
That's what I'm saying. But that's a whole extra fucking talent. Like to really be able to fucking sit there.
We're not talented.
He makes it sound so easy though. That's why it makes it seem that way. But like
I definitely could not.
To come up with storytelling like that and the way he raps so fucking fast, there's no way that I could.
Always filthy.
But he is phenomenal, dude. That story by that professor, like that's pretty inspiring. And to this day, it's still a part of the textbook for real. So,
fun fact. Remember when we used to call them fun facts?
Well, fun fact.
Oh, we got a fun fact.
What movie was that? I don't know. Paul Blart, Mall Cop. Fun fact for you. But yeah, dude. So fuck it, man. Let's real quick. I just want to say it's awards or accolades, I should say. Oh, yeah. The two major ones that I really wanted to say were in 2012 for this album. It was the best album rated by Complex, and for the 2010s, I think it'd be 2010 to 2019 technically. It was second best album on Billboards for R&B and hip hop. So and I didn't look at the number one. I wish I would have, but I bet you it was some Drake thing or something. But
makes sense.
Or like a Chris Brown or something, I wouldn't be shocked. But Chris Brown was hot. Real quick before we dive into our awards, dude. One thing that I was looking on here, one thing I really loved was the only major writer on this entire thing was Kendrick. So that was really cool because every time we've ever done an album, it's like, bro, there's probably 25 writers on there that are at least credited for 10 songs. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, it doesn't matter who it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cudi was really good at being himself, but like Drake,
a lot of people do.
Eminem, like even though Eminem writes the early shit, but like later on, all these people
produce.
They give him all these credits for writing. So it was really dope to see that Kendrick was one of the main writers, other than like when he had features on here, because it is filled with features. And then
Can't be mad.
Yeah, I thought that was the one thing that kind of blew my mind, which it kind of just shows how famous this album got, was how just how many fucking different deluxe versions there were that we kind of already talked about. But like, dude, it's like the 12 major songs, and then 3 bonus tracks, like we talked about, and then literally there were 5 different. One was UK and one was somewhere else, but they all had different songs. Like they had 5 different fucking record labels and shit, like, or not record labels, but like platforms like Apple, iTunes, Spotify, and I think Pandora has one too. Like they all fucking, they got wild. You know what I'm saying? So,
shit got wild.
But yeah, dude. So let's just dive right into these awards, man.
If that's what you want to do, then yeah. For sure.
These ones were really tough. Just to kind of put it out there. If you have any memorable lines and shit, we might as well get it out of the way now because this album was full.
I was about to say I really didn't write any.
Full of just amazing writing, amazing just lyrics, amazing verses. And it was tough to really come down with an Andre 3000 award. So I honestly, dude, it just goes the whole album. Like these are tough.
I like that a lot.
It's tough when we have these really talented hip hop artists. Like
you can't pick one.
We were struggling with some Eminem album, the 50 Cent album. Like if we do a J. Cole album, which I really want to do, because J. Cole's my guy. It's like it's gonna be really tough to sit here and be like,
this line,
and
yeah, there's so many lines.
But I will say the one thing that I really did live by for the longest in life.
Let me hear.
It's the most simple thing ever. It's the song name, but it's like "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe." Like it's a real. It was really helpful for me to just get it over with, like just to say that and be like, dog, like this is mine. I like feeling chill as a cucumber, and it's like if you come over here and try to thaw me out, make me fucking mad, like bitch, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I like that a lot.
That is one thing I really wanted to shout out, but I didn't want it to be too simple and put that as my fucking award because it's easy, but it was very powerful.
We'll give him the same award then.
It spoke it to me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, so. I mean it's got to.
But alrighty, let's get into. We'll go with the first award that I want to say, the Jackson 4 Award. Let's get it out of the way. Just because I honestly don't have that many nitpicks about this album.
Yeah.
And this one technically is the nitpick award. So, like, if you really had to break it down.
Let's hear it.
And out of... I did this by the first 12. I didn't put this on the...
Yeah, that's what...
Because the bonus were kind of trash. I didn't like the bonus trash.
I didn't listen to it.
I think I only liked the Recipe with Dr. Dre. Black Boy Fly's okay. It's not bad. And Now or Never's terrible. Mary J. Blige, but Mary J. does well.
Oh,
but
Mary J. No.
It's just not that good of a tune. You guys might like it, but fuck. So the Jackson 4, which would be clearly Kendrick Lamar, would be Michael Jackson of the Jackson 5. And now we're just talking about the other 4 guys, or just the songs, we would say. And which one could you knock out of there? And Michael Jackson or Kendrick's still gonna go and make that phenomenal album, or it's still Michael Jackson's never gonna miss these guys because he's that good. So the one song that I felt like could easily been off this album, I don't know if you agree or not, was Real featuring Anna Wise, and I'm happy you wrote that down because it's the only other nitpick at all that I had on this album, other than the bonus tracks, like we said, was the it's a 12 minute
12 minutes
12 minute and 3 second 2 tracks is Sing About Me and I'm Dying of Thirst. Sing About Me is one of my favorite parts.
I like that a lot.
I love that fucking song. Beat. But I'm Dying of Thirst, the second half, like it's a really big part of the actual like monologue of the album because they got a whole.
I don't think I finished it.
Like the grandma literally, or the mom, I can't. It seemed like the grandma literally was like telling all him and his friends to like repent for their sins and like repeat after her. Like that one was like repeat after. It's huge. It's huge in the entire album. But like I understand. I'm understanding really like because like the whole meaning of it for him was like when you're saying dying of thirst, it's like you're freaking dehydrated from the holy water and you need holy water because you're being too fucking crazy out here. So that was his whole point. Yeah. And I get it. It's a big point, but I didn't like it at all.
It
didn't sound that great.
Get out.
It meant a lot for the album. I get that, but
get out.
yeah, that was mine. And what, you picked it too?
I picked Real.
Yeah, because that. Not that it was terrible or anything, but it was just easily that one for me that just hit. Clearly,
that I'm not gonna play too.
Yeah, Jesus
all right,
Christ.
Get out.
Alrighty, but still a solid song.
I like it a lot.
But hey, you can't go 100% from the field. Alrighty, let's see what you got in the next one. I'll let you pick.
I'm gonna go with the LeBron James Award, and this is the award that's like probably easily the best song or the most talented, but never like. He should have 10 MVPs, but they only give him 4 because they're kind of tired of voting for him because it's clearly the best. Is how I would interpret it. And I went with Poetic Justice just because I feel like that's a really good song, but it doesn't get like it's not.
I feel like it's that one song that just overshadows the rest of the album.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
I like that,
but it's a perfect mix of Kendrick and it's a perfect mix of Drake. And
I'm a Drake buyer.
Everybody's a Drake fan. So like, I trust me. I totally get it. It was tough for me here because there's for me it's 2, but
there's definitely
there's like 4 songs on here that you could probably pick.
I thought.
And the one that could easily win MVP every single time, and it would be just for me, is I would say Mad City probably, just because.
I like that.
Dude, have you seen the video of him at him on tour, and when that beat drops, like every time I'm in this city,
probably jumps house.
Oh my god, that shit! I could not imagine being that.
That's definitely.
But that shit, for me, it's just like I don't want to give away any more awards, but fuck it, yeah, I will. We'll go right into the next one. I also gave it the Dr. Dre award, which was best beat award, just because, dude.
When the beat
it was
drops,
between that and Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, but it really went with for me, it's like Dr. Dre isn't the like slower one. You know what I'm saying? He's more like let's get you hype kind of shit.
Oh yeah,
and that was my thing.
And that shit was get you hype. That beat drop.
I was like, yeah, I went with both. It was so tough because there's so many.
I like that.
So many fucking good beats on this album, but I gave it to M.A.A.d City just for the drop. You really had to do it. You know what I'm saying? That shit just
definitely did, but I did not do it.
So. I don't blame you. No, trust me, I don't blame you.
I went with fucking Sing About Me, but literally just like the first 4 minutes because I like that beat a lot. I liked how it was going. I was like, damn, this shit is 12.
Promise that you will sing about me.
I like that.
And then this
might not be the popular pick.
Ooh, what a jam!
That's just me.
Alrighty. So go with your next one.
I'm gonna go with the Jamal Crawford Award and
6 Man of the Year.
That is like the not top 5, but that shit's coming off the bench and it's dropping 20 to 30 points.
6 songs coming off the bench.
Come on, and it's hot. And honestly, I was struggling with this one because I could have gone a lot of ways, but I like the first one a lot. Like it wasn't in my top 5 because like top 5 I feel like have a lot of like popular ones. Yeah, Shireen, aka Master Splinter's daughter.
Yeah.
I like that one. I just like the feel of it, how he's telling that story.
It's phenomenal.
Literally the last minute, I like the old couple arguing and shit, or on the phone or whatever.
Yeah, there was like 3 songs on here that
I fucked with that.
Were really messing with me for this one.
Yeah.
And it was the first half of Sing About Me. Mm-hmm. It was Art of Peer Pressure. And then Master Splinter. I also gave it that too. So. But the one I wrote down was Sing About Me, but just that first 4 minutes, just because that shit really goes for me. And then, so 6 Man award out of the way. Let's get. Wow, this one's probably good. I'll get my cheesy one out of the way. How about that? The Jamie Foxx Award, which for me is just the most versatile award. It's just that's what it would be for. Like, what song is most versatile in this? Because like Jamie Foxx can be a stand-up comedian, fucking sing, can still rap, can fucking act, can be on fucking M.A.A.d tonight and talk. Like, literally,
he can do anything.
And then get on the Talk or the Real or whatever those fucking shows are with women and ball out. Get on JRE and ball out. Like, dude can be that man. Switch up any role. Like, it's just phenomenal, really. It's shouts out to Jamie Foxx.
He's talented.
This one for me was kind of easy, just because this entire album had a like nice little very good flow, like you're saying, really good feel. Yeah, but it was like all like rap, you know what I'm saying? So like the singing for me was Poetic Justice. It just gave it. It just all versatile. Drake was on it, which it could be the Drake Award for how versatile Drake is.
True, but I like Jamie Foxx.
But I just went with the cheesy one, honestly, because it deserved it.
That's a good one. That's a good one to go.
Just for me, because you got Kendrick bars, you got Drake bars, and you got Drake singing. So it's like,
I like that a lot. I went with something. I went with the art of peer pressure.
I like it.
Just because it kind of, I feel like it dips into two kind of little vibes, and
that entire second.
It kind of gets, yeah. I kind of like how it jumped in and out, but
murders.
That was just me.
Murdered it. Alrighty, so what we only got 1, 2.
Scottie Pippen, most Relistenables.
J-Lo. Scott, yeah. Oh yeah. So go with between Scottie or J-Lo. You can pick it.
I'm gonna go with J-Lo.
I like that.
And
only gets better with age.
Yeah, she's fine as hell right now.
Wine. And, what song only gets better throughout time?
I went with Swimming Pools. I felt like that was kind of easy. It's pull up, drink, headshot, drink. Did that.
I'm happy we got to this.
Right.
And this was one of my main points that I really wanted to bring up, and I'm happy we waited till now. And I wanted to say, if you put this shit in a time machine, this album drops today.
Flame.
I'm saying the entire album deserves to be the J-Lo award.
Ooh,
don't get me wrong. I'm not all into media and everything. I don't read shit. I just take part in the belief that you're your own person. You take care of yourself, respect others, and that's how it is, and everybody's equal. But this whole Black Lives Matter movement, and just everything in today's society right now with the cops and everything, it's like this album literally is like right now. It's literally it's like it was in today's day. You know what I'm saying? That you released this and like felt like it was that raw, because you heard a lot of shit like so, and we see it again in this album, Damn, which but this Kendrick's just, you gotta love Kendrick because he's always got a message. But the song that I picked other than the album, I just wanted to shout out the album because it literally could be dropped today and it's popping just as good, but and just as relevant. But I went with Sherane, aka Master Splinter's daughter, just because it's the fucking intro. But like, I don't remember it being that fucking good.
Yeah,
it's phenomenal.
The first time I heard it was today, and I was like, "What? Like,
it's literally phenomenal." It could be that and Backseat Freestyle too. Backseat Freestyle could honestly get that as well. But
I like that a lot.
Alrighty, Scottie Pippen. The best 2-man ever. The best supporting act. The best feature is what we're gonna go with, and this one was easy if you base it off the first 12 songs. You got to give it to Drake. Yeah. But in a perfect world, from what comes from this album, I'm picking Jay-Z for his feature on "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe" remix.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
that's the one that I picked.
Sitting next to Hillary smelling like dang. Oof. Oh my goodness. But let's hear yours.
Scottie, alright, "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe"
remix with Jay-Z. Yeah, dude, Jay-Z murders that fucking
I was like,
shit.
Alright, Jay-Z.
It's like it was like Jay-Z when he killed Diamond remix on Kanye's album. Oh my god, he murdered Kanye in his own fucking album. But
sometimes you gotta do it.
Shouts out to either Drake or Jay-Z. Wow. And you would have thought the last couple albums that we'd have done, I wouldn't have picked these guys because I went with Mary J. Blige, the other one, with Cudi.
Yeah.
And then Drake, I went with
Lil Wayne poops on.
Yeah, Lil Wayne shit all over it. Did nothing. So you wouldn't think I'd pick the like celeb, but so I went with Drake and Jay-Z as well. But for me, this is all a personal thing. So most re-listenable song possible. I'm only basing it off of because it's the most listened song from any fucking Kendrick song that I've ever fucking heard is fucking "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe." Easily the most re-listenable for me.
Yeah, I think
you can say "Swimming Pools," I'm not gonna kill you. You can say "Poetic Justice," I'm not gonna kill you. You can say "M.A.A.d City."
I think you're gonna kill me for mine with that.
Let's hear it.
Just this is all like you said, it's all personal. And the one that I played 3 times a day was "Backseat Freestyle."
It's phenomenal. Yeah, no,
I was like, let me hear this shit again.
Shit's hard as fuck.
I like it.
Trust me, I don't hate anything.
I get it that it's definitely "A Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe" is probably the pick, but
it's just for me. It's just for me.
Oh, I mean, it is for. I feel like that's for most people. I mean, or maybe "Poetic Justice" just because Drake's on it, or
there's so many potential picks here.
But me, I was like, this shit's kind of fire for the nice little 3 minutes and 32 seconds. Like, all right, let me run this.
Dude, real quick before we finish this top 5, any other nitpicks before we go away?
Nitpicks. I mean,
like let me get it out of the way. Let me break the ice on this one. Did you like the monologue at all compared compared to like the Man on the Moon 1, we had Common talking all the way throughout it.
I feel
Did
like
you like?
I
Did you
liked
like
it
the
less than
skits?
Common. Oh yeah. I like the skits way more than Common, in my opinion.
Okay, yeah.
I would say.
It was very big on the storytelling. I just because
Right.
I re-listened to it a couple times.
But
and
Common is nice.
It's one of those tough things with skits, especially these sort of like if you're not listening to the actual album fully, that's like a part that comes on when you're jammed to that song and you're jamming it in your car and your loudest fucking windows are down. And that shit comes up and you're like, oh, what the fuck is this trash?
Yeah,
like you know what I'm
turn it
saying?
off.
But if you listen to it as an actual masterpiece of the album, then it's beautiful. So that was no nitpicks for me other than like I said, Real featuring Analyze. That was kind of food.
I thought she was gonna come on because like
the one
I
other
don't even know
nitpick.
what that is, but
It's not even a nitpick because we see it all the time now with these remixes and shit. You'll see 4 or 5 versions of remixes, all over the bonus versions and shit. Were remixes to "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe" and "Swimming Pools," and it just and "Money Trees" I think as well had one, and it was just like if you really dove deep into how many different deluxe versions there are, you can pick 5 or 6 different remixes from the same songs in this album. And that's, I guess it's not really a nitpick because I love hearing everybody go hard. And Kendrick's that weird artist that he'll switch up his entire verse on a remix just to show like, hey, I'm redoing the song.
I can do it.
I love it.
Yeah.
And then,
I think you're right.
So all right, to wrap this up, let's go with our top 5s, which was really fucking hard for me. And it was for me. What was your number 5?
I went with that was basic here. I went with Swimming Pools.
Damn.
Paul,
I like it.
Trying.
No, I'm not mad at it.
Is it not on the top 5?
No, it's not in my top 5, but it's an amazing song. I get it. But
just for me.
Art of Peer Pressure was number 5 for me.
I like that.
Just because overall song, the first half of it's amazing, and then the second half, if you don't like his storytelling about his little runoff with the cops and shit, is one of my favorite. Dude, I remember it being my favorite part from the album when I first listened to it. So
it is nice.
But then number 4, I went Backseat Freestyle.
Okay.
Which I wanted actually, now I really think about it, I might put it at number 3, but I'm gonna keep it at number 4. I had it.
No, I like it. I went with Money Trees. Being basic again.
I love it. I love it. So what you have at number 3 then?
I was struggling. I wanted to put this one at 2, but I ended up.
It's so hard. I could
putting it at 3, but I went with Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe.
Nice. 3. Nice. I went with Poetic Justice as number 3. Number 2, I went M.A.A.d City.
Ooh, I like that a lot. I need to put M.A.A.d City instead of Swimming Pools in my 5.
It's tough. It's so tough. It's so tough.
Yeah. Number 2, I went with Poetic Justice.
I like it a lot.
Just because popular.
And then what? Backseat Freestyle is your number 1.
Yeah.
I love it. Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe remix with Jay-Z is my number 1, or just Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe.
Either one.
They could take the top 2, but they're the same song. So.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
I like that.
Dude, any other takes real quick of this album?
About to go listen to Backseat Freestyle.
It's phenomenal. Okay. Alrighty then. Shit, dude, we just found this out in 40 minutes. It's a great fucking album. Really if you guys even listen this entire route, go fucking jam to that fucking album. Shouts out to you, Kendrick. And like I said before, if you guys are interested in this shit, we have a shit ton of albums that we've done so far.
And we keep pumping these out weekly.
I think we're
trying to get a couple.
An MJ one next, Michael Jackson.
I'm down.
Coming up. We're trying to really just
diversify.
Be diverse as fuck. Like I said before, go check out our main album 2-1 by Kid Cudi.
Woo.
And go check out the fucking mixtape of all mixtapes. Fucking So Far Gone.
We did put out back-to-back ones that were like, this shit is fire.
For real. But this has been the Relistenables. As always, Steve Moustaris and Shane Shertzer.
Come on.
Have a good one, everybody.